Alright bro, look. Everybody loves to mention how horrendous it would be to live in the world of Berserk, Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball, cause you'd probably die every other month, and even My Hero catches a bunch of strays, thanks to their horrendous RNG. I promise you, if you spawn in the world of MHA, you are not ending up with a cool quirk like Bakugo or Todoroki. Like, you'll probably end up with a Windex bottle for a head, or you will get like extra long fingers or something. But one of the least mentioned anime worlds that would actually suck to live in is One Punch Man. This anime is so chaotic, even starting fresh off season 1. I don't know how anybody manages to live there. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be looking at how absolutely chaotic One Punch Man is. But before we get started, this is your reminder to leave a like and subscribe. If you want to listen to these audios like as soon as I'm done recording them, consider becoming a member of the channel, where you also get your name at the beginning of every video. But if you want more of JP, extra special content, and behind the scenes as I'm recording these videos, join the Patreon. Hi, this is pre-editing JP here, and this has just been brought to my attention. Monumentous shout out to Lindo for telling me about this. Go check her channel out. She's lit. Turns out I've been impersonated on the gram. Why a grown-ass man would want to be stealing another person's accomplishments and try to pass them off as his, I do not know. But this guy is not me. And if you haven't, follow me on Instagram so we can avoid things like this happening. Anywho, that's enough of the PSA. Let's get into the video. Literally in episode 1, Purple Piccolo spawns out of nowhere and flattens half a city. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, bro, where did you even come from? I mean, he did later explain where he came from. But dang, wiping out half a city? Not only that, bro was fully ready and willing to murk a defenseless little girl. But you know, Saitama came in for the save because he's him when he's not being animated using still frames and Google Slides. Yes, I'm looking at you, season 3. And of course, Vaccine Man gets one-shotted into oblivion. Now following this, we get a backstory of how Saitama started on the road to becoming a hero. And it's all thanks to this dude, Crab Lante, who loves eating crabs so much. This nigga turned into one. And bro's such a freaking crash out. He is planning to murk this butt-chin kid because he drew some nipples on him. Unfortunately for Crab Lante, he ran into a real one that day and got destroyed. The city that Saitama lives in, City Z, knows no rest because following Vaccine Man getting taken out, this giant dude with his ass in the stratosphere and meat probably blowing in the wind just starts stomping everywhere. And this nigga is so stupid, he killed his brother and blamed Saitama. And then bro went on a rampage trying to kill Saitama only to get one-shotted. Literally the next episode, people just started getting sucked dry, in the worst kind, by mosquitoes. And they done ran through multiple cities. They even got to the cows. Unfortunately for this dude, he gets bodied on screen. And then we meet Mosquito Girl. And Loki? Wood. Nah, bro, like, hear me out, bro. Y'all need to hear me out. Like, a win is a win. I honestly don't care what y'all say. She bad. Anywho, this is the episode we meet Genos, the perpetual L taker, and this was his first L. After Mosquito Girl got her Pokemon evolution. And again, hear me out, bro. Why is she caked up like this on a Tuesday afternoon, bro? That shit got bigger. She proceeds to completely shred this man, Genos. And another case for why it would suck to live in the One Punch Man universe, Genos, in an effort to kill Mosquito Girl, fries an entire city block. Now imagine if there were still some stragglers running around trying to escape the city. They done got cooked cause you suck. Anywho, Mosquito Girl got swatted like the fly she is by Saitama, and Genos took the role of Saitama's personal knob shiner, aka Glazer. And literally like a day later, the House of Evolution pulls up, demolished this man's ceiling, and Saitama laid him out for it. And Genos finally puts on a real show against Armored Gorilla. Bro parries a punch and fries this man. Gorilla. Anywho, bro hopped out the fire and sent Genos flying with the 10 out of 10 landing. Now the Beast King decides to start attacking and starts destroying everything. Like, bro, who lives here? I know they're only paying like $1 a month for rent, because there's no way. It's only been a couple of days since Genos completely fried the city block. Anywho, Beast King pulls out his ult and misses everything and gets one-shotted by consecutive normal punches, followed by the mole guy getting launched into the stratosphere. And when we pan back to Genos, he takes his first dub, and this will be his only dub for a while in the show. And it looks like he also destroyed half the block trying to get that dub. After this, they visited the House of Evolution, and immediately Genos got turned into a wall decoration, followed by him getting roasted by his own fire. And we all know how well it went when Carnage Kabuto decided to go up against Saitama. Now the main thing I got from this fight is Carnage Kabuto was gonna go on a rampage for an entire week, murking niggas if Saitama didn't stop him. And before I even move on from here, like, is Carnage Kabuto supposed to be black, bro? Like, look at how they drew him with the big lips and everything. Like, bro, he looked like one of them Disney characters back in the day with the lips. Anywho, bro, literally days after this, a bunch of bald bastard in armored suits decided to go around and just start punching skyscrapers. They even got the wrong one. Like, what about the people that live there? This is also the episode where we meet Speedo Sound Sonic. And the episode where he meets Saitama's fist in his balls. And literally days after this, bro decides to go on a rampage and starts attacking the city just so Saitama would fight him. Look at how scared these citizens are. This would be you if you got isekai'd here. This shit ain't sweet, and he did it on a whim, bruh. But it didn't end well for Seed on the ground. He got the shit slapped out of him. Following this, we learned that Watchdog Man is him. Golden Ball and Spring Mustachio made the mistake of coming to Z City and gets into a fight with a seaweed person. Dog, it did not end well for Golden Ball. Bro got smacked up against several walls. Now, Spring Mustachio did a lot better defending against the seaweed. And bro even got to fire off an ult and completely misses. And literally minutes later, bro got his rapier broken and looks like a homeless person. Now, this monster just beat two A-class heroes and immediately made the worst mistake of its life, deciding to attack Saitama. Cause bro ended up in a pot. After Saitama murked this nigga, he literally cooked him. And it's only afterward we see the amount of damage Saitama did. And now everybody thinks there's a monster living in City Z. Now, only days after this, a giant meteor starts heading towards the city. Like, bro, we are literally in episode 7 and every single day there's been some buffoonery happening. I refuse to believe anybody actively chooses to live in City Z, cause this shit is straight ass. Several heroes tried to stop this meteor, but of course, only Saitama was able to destroy it. After destroying it, Tank Top Tiger decides to pull up and starts yapping. And like one of them slimes from Dragon Quest, this nigga calls in backup. And together, these bastards brought a crowd to yell at Saitama for doing his job and destroying half the city, but mainly doing his job. And don't get, I'm not being prejudiced or anything, but these people look like the type of people that would be living in City Z. Like Buddy on the right over here literally has hay growing on his head. Imagine going to the barber and be like, hey bro, give me that Jack Doherty. When the Tank Top dumbasses decided to try and fight Saitama, Tiger got bitch slapped into oblivion, and Black Hole got bitched and put on his knees. Now, literally days after this, the sea people decide to pull up in Z City. I think we have a Goku situation in Z City. Because Saitama's strong ass lives there, every powerful monster is just drawn to it. Anywho, fake ass Cthulhu pulls up, starts yapping up a storm, and made the mistake of calling Saitama bald. That nigga ended up in pieces on the ground. After bro got dogged, the Deep Sea King pulled up with more octopuses. Octopi? Hold on. After some research, I'm still confused, so I'm gonna go with octopuses. Anywho, Stinger pulls up and did his shit. He took out multiple of them. Unfortunately for him, there's a whole lot more left. And by the look on his face, Brody is cooked. But that was my bad for underestimating Stinger, because bro went on the attack and took out 4 of the sea creatures back to back. And bro one-shotted every single one of them. And of course, while he's sitting there yapping thinking he destroyed God-level threat, the Deep Sea King pulled up and fisted him. Now, in my last One Punch Man video when I covered Garo, a lot of people got mad at me for how I talked about Moomin Rider. And I'm here today to say, I was not wrong. This nigga's still stupid as shit. He has no powers and has no reason to be fighting a demon level monster. But, take your damn fingers off the keyboard. I do admire his bravery. Whether it stems from stupidity or not, it's still admirable. Now, Lightning Max was observing the Deep Sea King until that nigga pulled up behind him without him knowing. And bro starts rapping Eminem's Rap God when he got scared and kicks the Deep Sea King, which did nothing. Even though this nigga knows he can't win, this man says, fight me. Before bro could even form his next thought, mans get gut punched and sent flying. Bro was lying on the floor flabbergasted. That's when he looked up to see the zesty ass nigga looking down at him and grinning. Bro gets up, does a rocket powered roundhouse kick, only to get punched straight out of a 10-story building. Luckily for him, Puri Puri Prisoner just escaped prison and caught him. Puri Puri Prisoner couldn't believe his eyes when he sees another zesty buff man. But nonetheless, he was mad that they messed up his boys, Lightning Max and Stinger. So bro grows even more buff to fight the Deep Sea King. And here's another thing with One Punch Man. They have Puri Puri Prisoner running around. Bro literally said he's in prison because if he sees a man he likes, he takes it. He can't help himself. And they decided to make this nigga an S-class hero? Like, bro, One Punch Man is beyond saving. Anywho, Puri Puri Prisoner gets even more mad because he ripped his sweater to shreds that he was wearing when he transformed, that apparently his boyfriend hand knitted for him. Seed on the ground Sonic witnessing this is flabbergasted. Now the Deep Sea King not giving a fuck, dogs him with a right hook. So Puri Prisoner retaliates. And bro followed that shit with an uppercut. But the Deep Sea King ate that shit. So Puri Prisoner decides to transform into his angel style, which is just fighting with his ass out. Anywho, bro hits the Deep Sea King with the angel rush. And unfortunately for him, the Deep Sea King ate that shit too. Bro gut punches Prisoner, followed by a two-piece combo with the uppercut. And bro just proceeds to obliterate Puri Prisoner with punches and finishes it off with a kick, sending this man through a building. After this, bro gets into a fight with Sonic, and after getting hit with a Windblade kick, bro starts acting like a Xenomorph. Bro tries to punch Sonic, but he's too fast. And this nigga Sonic is just there aura farming. While bro's yapping about being the fastest and strongest, he almost gets got by the Deep Sea King. And that's when he realizes that the Deep Sea King is getting faster, which is all thanks to the rain. Bro also grows like a lot bigger. And now Sonic is running the fuck away until that nigga got grabbed. But alas, it was only his clothes. And bro took off with his balls in the wind. Now all the civilians were hiding out somewhere until the Deep Sea King pulled up, jumped through the roof like a fucking frog. Snack and a couple of heroes who were there tried to stand up, and it did not end well for them niggas. Now after this, Genos pulled up, and bro was putting in that work, not gonna lie. He was getting it in until he wasn't, because that's how every fight with Genos goes. He comes in, starts doing some cool shit, and 2 seconds later he's turned into scrap metal. And that's exactly what happens against the Deep Sea King. After landing some nice punches, bro loses an arm. The people in the shelter starts running away, and the Deep Sea King shows his true colors because he starts calling people monkeys. So Genos goes and kicks him in the mouth, but bro also gets hit with a punch. And then they start going crazy, exchanging blows. Genos gets him with the uppercut and tried to fry this man while he was in midair. And when the Deep Sea King shrugged it off, Genos hits him with a solar flare and then dogs this man with a downward kick, followed by a machine gun blow, comboing the daylights out of the Deep Sea King. And when this little girl tried to encourage Genos, bro whatoos a loogie in her direction to disintegrate her. But Genos jumped in the way. And this is where Genos starts getting turned into scrap metal. Genos was done at this point, but the Deep Sea King wasn't. So bro grabs his head, throws him out a wall, and then bodies him through the wall. Now right when Genos was on the ground about to get cooked by the Deep Sea King, the GOAT Moomin Rider pulled up with a Justice Crash and promptly got manhandled afterwards. This nigga somehow lasted until Saitama pulls up, even though he was on death's door at that point. The Deep Sea King, getting offended, punches his head, and all that shit did was bubble. Anywho, the Deep Sea King got rage baited and throws the last punch. And of course, he gets one-shotted by Saitama, stopping the rain in the process. Now after this, you think that'd be it? No more trouble for the One Punch Man verse. Well, you'd be wrong, because this giant lizard, fake-ass Godzilla, comes out of nowhere proclaiming he wants to reign over the earth. When Tatsumaki pulls up, bro made the mistake of saying only a giant meteor would be able to take him out. And so Tatsumaki obliged and flattens his ass with the meteor. Following this, a bunch of flying monsters starts attacking the Monster Association, calling himself the Sky King. Like, this shit has so many kings. Like, where are y'all coming from? First was the Deep Sea King, then the ancient Lizard King or whatever, and now this nigga pulls up calling himself the Sky King. Either way, bro swiftly got dealt with by Boros' minions. And yeah, do I even need to mention the damage that Boros did when he pulled up? Bro was flattening cities one by one, and it literally took all the S-class heroes to even deal with his minions. But of course, Boros got dealt with, and the first person to ever made Saitama throw a serious punch. If you want to see that fight, I did cover it in a previous video, so go check that out. But ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Instagrams, the link is in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.